Right, good morning, welcome back. Okay, time to pop the front end back in. Before I do that, you might think it's obvious. Have a look at the headstock bearings while we've got the front out, and have a look inside the forks and see what they're like. You would do that on any normal project, but this project is a makeover of something I've already done a few years ago. I know this bike has new headstock bearings. I know it has all new fork internals because I did it. And it was fine at the time, and it's only done a few hundred miles since this bike has been out of my hands. So it's just time has passed, 4 years or so to be exact. So although I know the front end is okay, it would be common sense to at least change the fork oil, and then we can put the front end in. So let's do that first. Right, just a cautionary word before I do this. I think you probably know this already, but it's worth saying. When you undo an upside down fork, the spring doesn't ping out the top. That's a conventional fork. These ones, it's trapped in between the cap and the damper rod inside. So it's quite safe. But when you unscrew it, this outer tube will slide down, all the way down till it hits the top of this knuckle at the bottom. So it's this crusty area at the bottom you have to be careful of. Obviously the swept area of the fork at the top is nice and shiny and smooth and clean, but below it is not. And all that crusty, crouton, sharp, scratchy bits that develop through road, grime, dirt and corrosion, if you slide that down over them, it can obviously lacerate your fork seal and cause it to leak in the future, which you don't want. So clean that bottom area thoroughly before you undo this and slide it down. Common sense, I'm sure you knew that, but it's definitely worth saying. Somebody's changed the fork oil at some point in the bike's life. I've got purple in one leg and gold in the other. Don't know why that is. Don't really care. It's not important because I've changed it now. But what is important, there's no sparkly bits or black sludge in either of them. They both came out nice and clean, and I'm happy with that because it means that inside the forks are in fine condition. Happy with that, and it's why it's very important to change the fork oil on cue every 2 years. Not only does it prevent the wear and tear long term, which is your pocket, also it means you get the best performance from your forks all the time. The oil gets mushed over time and it deteriorates. You won't notice it, but you will notice it when you change the fork oil, and suddenly the front end performs a lot better, and I'm happy with that. So that's it, fork oil changed, both colours. Let's put the wheel in and button it up.
She wakes up early Monday morning, drags her bones out of bed, goes across to the mirror to see the image in her head. Oh, this town she lives in, got her back against the wall. Oh, this town she lives in has given her nothing at all. She walks down the pavement strewn with memories, try and grasp at her feet, but she just walks right on through them, hands in pockets buried deep. Oh, this town she lives in, seen the best and worst of her. Oh, this town she lives in has tried its best to keep her down. Buildings tell the same old stories, they long to see better days, but the faces switching through the curtains, they only long to see out today. Oh, this town we live in has gotten us all to change. Oh, this town we live in has made us look the other way.